Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will get daily, weekly, monthly content on regular basis. Use the code Vikas10 and get 10% additional discount while purchasing the course. Also, students, follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link for the same are mentioned in our description. This video has both English and Hindi. The first part is English and second part is Hindi. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below.
Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the first week of the November month. The session will be quite interesting and important, students, so stay tuned with us till the end. Students, we upload the daily current affairs video on daily basis and we make sure to upload it by 5 a.m. in the morning. So do watch these videos. The content provided here is quite refined and it will be very beneficial for the competitive exams, right? Also share the link of this video with your friends, cousins, relatives, neighbors and let them know about this interesting platform. Students, we also upload the topic wise videos regularly, weekly current affairs and monthly current affairs also. All the combination of these videos are very beneficial for the students, so do watch these videos regularly. Let's start. The first question is, mark the correct statement regarding the 8th session of the International Solar Alliance Assembly held from 27th to 30th of October in New Delhi. First of all, International Solar Alliance, the headquarters is in Gurugram, Haryana, and it was a joint venture that was started by India and France in 2015. Right? So we have to find the correct statement, all these three options that are rightly mentioned here. Next, identify the country that participated with India in the first joint working group meeting on agriculture that was held at Krishi Bhavan in New Delhi in the October month. So, identify the country that participated with India in this joint working group meeting. It is Sri Lanka. Right, during this meeting, India and Sri Lanka reaffirmed the shared commitment to strengthen the cooperation in food and nutritional security in both the countries. Next, Toshiba Transmission and Distribution Systems of India Private Limited. They delivered India's first indigenously manufactured 220 kilowatt mobile gas insulated switch gear system in October to which central public sector enterprise under the Ministry of Power. Right? So it was under Power Grid Corporation of India Limited. Also remember, a transmission agreement has been signed where India will be importing electricity from Nepal, and here Power Grid will be playing an important role. Next, mark the correct statement regarding the India Maritime Week 2025 held from 27 to 31st of October in Mumbai, Maharashtra. If we look at the option here, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, on 30 to 31st of October, Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Ekta Nagar in Gujarat to participate in Rashtriya Ekta Divas celebration, marking 150th birth anniversary of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. During his visit, he inaugurated and laid the foundation stone for several development projects across various sectors. Identify the total worth of this project. See students, when we are doing the daily current affairs video, in this I regularly tell you that the total worth of the projects that were inaugurated, these are quite important because questions can be asked directly related to it, right? So the right option here becomes, what is the total net worth of the projects here? It is 1140 crore rupees. Here a 150 rupees commemorative coin and stamp was also launched, and Arambh 7.0 interaction was also carried out by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And the theme on which this interaction was carried out is reimagining governance. Next is, in October, Indian Navy announced that India will simultaneously host three major maritime events, that is your Exercise Milan, International Fleet Review and Indian Ocean Naval Symposium Conclave of Chiefs for the first time. So these are the three events. These are scheduled to be held in February at what location? So they will be held at Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh in February. IFR, International Fleet Review, then your Exercise Milan and Indian Ocean Naval Symposium Conclave of Chiefs. All of them are scheduled to be held where? In Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. Right students? Next is, mark the correct statement regarding India Maritime Week organized by the Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways, scheduled to be held from 27 to 31st of October in Mumbai, Maharashtra. If we look at the option here, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, identify the correct statement regarding Bharat International Rice Conference 2025 held from 30 to 31st of October at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi. If we look at the option now, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next is identify the ministry that launched the first of its kind Model Youth Gram Sabha initiative in New Delhi to promote youth participation in grassroots governance. So identify that ministry. Which is that ministry? It is Ministry of Panchayati Raj. During the launch here, this My Youth Gram Sabha Pota or initiative here, remember, and a teacher training module was also unveiled. A teacher training module was also unveiled here. Correct. Also, an amount of 20,000 rupees per school has also been announced here, right? That will be provided to the school. It will be a one-time financial assistance for conducting the mocks. Next, mark the correct statement regarding Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Chhattisgarh in the month of November. If we look at the option A and B are right, C is wrong here. Right? If we look at the option C, he laid the foundation stone for pharmaceutical park in Bilaspur district of Chhattisgarh spanning 141 acres. Is it so? So here remember, he unveiled the pharmaceutical park, right? That is in not Bilaspur district but in Nava Raipur, Atal Nagar. That is in Raipur. It spans across 141.84 acres. Next, in November, which university has launched Campus Tank, India's first university-led startup launchpad to promote innovation and entrepreneurship among young innovators? So it is Chandigarh University. Take a note of this. Right, the event also witnessed the launch of CU AI Space, which features advanced technology and AI-powered tools that will inspire the young innovators to develop solutions for real-world challenges. Next, in November, Union Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy has launched the third round of the Production-Linked Incentive Scheme for Specialty Steel to promote domestic production of high-valued steel products. What is the range of the incentive percentage offered under this scheme? So, what is the percentage? It is 4% to 15% that is being offered here. Also remember here, the incentive period will extend to 5 years. Next, India's first DASH semiconductor manufacturing plant was inaugurated by Odisha's Chief Minister Mohan Charan Manjhi ji at Info Valley in Bhubaneswar in November month. So it was India's first silicon carbide semiconductor manufacturing plant that was inaugurated by Odisha's Chief Minister Mohan Charan Manjhi ji. Next is identify the state where Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated India's first digital tribal museum, that is the Shaheed Veer Narayan Singh Memorial and Tribal Freedom Fighters Museum in November on the occasion of State's Foundation Day. So two questions here, students. First is, when do we observe the Foundation Day of which state we are talking about? It is Chhattisgarh. Right, and on that day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the first digital tribal museum. Right, that is, what is the name of that museum? Shaheed Veer Narayan Singh Memorial. Right, here a ebook was also launched. This is also important. What is the name of this ebook? It is Adi Shaurya. The name of the book is Adi Shaurya. Correct? Take a note of this. Next is mark the correct statement regarding the release of the India AI Governance Guidelines enabling safe and trusted AI innovation by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology in November. If we look at the option, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Moving on, which organization announced plans to set up India's largest geothermal energy technology pilot project in Andhra Pradesh to promote sustainable tourism infrastructure through clean energy technologies? So, which organization announced the plan here? So it is Solar Energy Efficiency Service Limited, EESL. They have announced the plans for the India's largest geothermal energy technology pilot project. And where it will be? It will be in Andhra Pradesh. Next, as per the United Nations Environment Programme's Adaptation Gap Report, running on empty, developing nations are projected to face an annual adaptation bill of up to $365 billion by which year? It is by 2035, and it is saying that the developing countries, they will be spending more amount of money if inflation adjusted to cater the climate adaptation, right? To basically spend money on the climate change. Next, India and Denmark, they jointly launched Indo-Danish Business Council in Copenhagen, Denmark, that will enhance the bilateral ties through innovation, investment and sustainable development. Who is the chairperson of the council here? So Freddie Swane is the chairperson of this council. This council was launched by Manish Prabhat, the ambassador of India to Denmark, commemorating 75 years of diplomatic relation between India and Denmark. Next, under South Africa's G20 presidency, the G20 Extraordinary Committee of Independent Experts on Global Inequality released the first ever report revealing that India's top 1% grew its wealth by 62% since 2000. What is the title of this G20 report? So, what is the title here? G20 Global Inequality Report 2025. If we talk about income equality, it states that nationally 83% of the countries have high income inequality, right? And we are seeing that the people who are rich, they are getting richer, and the people that do not have money, they are getting poor day by day because of inflation. Also, the report suggested that the top or the wealthiest 1% of India, they have experienced a 62% increase in their net worth on their wealth since the year 2000. Actually, this number is quite higher than that is mentioned in this report. Next, United Nations Environment Programme, they have released the 16th edition of their emission gap report, highlighting the world's largest emitters of greenhouse gas emissions in 2024. Which of the following countries was not listed among the following? So if we look at the following here, it is Brazil that was not listed here, correct? So we are talking about UNEP, United Nations Environment Programme, headquartered in Nairobi, Kenya. They have released this 16th edition of this report, that is your emission gap report, that highlights the world's largest emitter of the greenhouse gas emissions in 2024. And among the following, Brazil was not listed here. Correct? Next, as per the report, if we see which are the highest emitters, China on the top, then USA, then it is our country, India, then EU, then Russia. Next, in October, International Finance Corporation, the lending arm of World Bank, right? They have extended $50 million loan to City Union Bank to support the Sustainable Business Initiative. What is the primary objective of this funding initiative? Right? So what is the primary objective here? It is to strengthen the green financing for MSMEs so that the amount of money that is being utilized here will be used for the green project. That means clean energy projects. Right? Take a note of this, students. Next, identify the key surveys launched by RBI in October to provide critical inputs for monetary policy formulation. So identify the key surveys here. If we look at the option, all these three options are rightly mentioned. These are the surveys that we are talking about. Next, identify the payment gateway that partnered with NPCI International Payment Limited in November to enable UPI transactions in Malaysia. So it is Razorpay Kerlak. Correct? Next is identify the exchange platform where the State Bank of India executed its first ever gold trade as a special category client at GIFT City, Gandhinagar, Gujarat in November, marking a key milestone in India's bullion market reforms. So identify that exchange. It is India International Bullion Exchange. Next, name the Indian conglomerate whose subsidiary partnered with Google in October to build India's AI infrastructure and promote the AI for All initiative by expanding access to advanced AI tools and platforms. So name that Indian conglomerate. It is Reliance Industries Limited, right? So RIL, they partnered with Google here, correct, to accelerate the adoption of AI across India. Even if you see Jio, right, they are giving free Gemini Pro Plus plan to their users. This plan, if otherwise see, it is available for 35,000 rupees. Next is identify the Indian conglomerate that signed this MOU we just saw. It is Reliance Industries Limited. Next, find out the Indian bank Oh, I correct myself. Identify the Indian conglomerate that signed an MOU with the government of Andhra Pradesh in November to invest 20,000 crore rupees for energy projects in the state. It is not Reliance Industries Limited. It is Hinduja Group. This is a different question, right? So option C is right here. Next, find out the bank that was honored with the title that is the world's best consumer bank and the best bank in India by the Global Finance magazine during the International Monetary Fund World Bank annual meeting held in Washington DC, USA. So which is the bank that we are talking about? It is State Bank of India. They have been honored with the best bank in India as well as the world's best consumer bank. So it is State Bank of India. Next, identify that Indian city that was designated as UNESCO Creative City of Gastronomy under UNESCO Creative Cities Network during the 43rd session of the UNESCO's General Conference held in Samarkand, Uzbekistan. So, identify that Indian city. It is Lucknow that has been designated as the UNESCO's Creative City of Gastronomy. And this is the second city in India that was designated this, right? The first city was, which was the first city? It is Hyderabad of Telangana. Next, name the lake in Bihar that was designated as India's 94th Ramsar Site of International Importance as announced by Union Minister Bhupendra Yadav, right? So, which is that site we are talking about? It is Gogabil Lake, right? With this addition, Bihar now has a total of 6 Ramsar sites, ranking 3rd in India. The highest is Tamil Nadu with 20 Ramsar sites, then UP with 10 Ramsar sites, and now Bihar stands at 3rd position with 6 Ramsar sites. Next, Quackrelli-Simon, they have recently released the Quackrelli-Simon World University Ranking for Asia 2026. According to them, this is the 17th edition that features 1,529 universities from 25 locations. Which of the following institutions is not among the top 5 Indian universities in the ranking? Right? So it is Jawaharlal Nehru University for New Delhi. Correct? If we see here in this World University Ranking for Asia, it is IIT Delhi, right, that secured the top position from Indian universities. Globally, that stands at 59th position. Then IISc Bangalore at 2nd position globally, but 2nd position from India, but globally 64th position. Next is identify that Indian cooperative organization that secured the world's #1 rank based on the GDP per capita performance in the International Cooperative Alliance World Cooperative Monitor released in November. If we look at the options here, option 2 is rightly mentioned, that is Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation Limited. Next is who was honored with the 2025 World Leader for Peace and Security Award by the Boston Global Forum and Artificial Intelligence World Security Summit at Howard University in USA in November. So who was honored with this World Leader for Peace and Security Award? Right option is Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar. Next, in November, the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs released the Swachh Sarvekshan 2025 ranking, the world's largest urban cleanliness survey. Name the city with a population above 10 lakh rupees that was ranked as the dirtiest in India. Which is it? It is Madurai, Tamil Nadu. Next is who was conferred with Manohar Parrikar Yuva Scientist Award for outstanding contributions to computational material science. So who was honored here? Dr. Sai Gautam Gopal Krishnan was honored here. Next is Justice Surya Kant has been appointed as the 53rd Chief Justice of India. He will be succeeding Chief Justice B.R. Gawai, who is set to retire on 23rd of November. Next, Sanjay Garg, a 1994 batch IAS officer from Kerala cadre, was appointed as the new Director General of which state? Here of what? Of which organization? It was for Bureau of Indian Standards, following the supination of Pramod Kumar Tribari. Next, who took oath for her second consecutive term as the President of Tanzania during the ceremony held at the military parade ground in Dodoma in November 2025. So who took oath here? It was by Samia Suluhu Hassan. Right, with this, she became the first woman to hold the presidency and served as the 6th President of Tanzania. Next, name the electric tactical all-terrain vehicle unveiled by Praveg Dynamics Private Limited in October, which became India's first defense EV developed for special operations and reconnaissance missions. So what is the name of that? It is Veer. Veer is the name of this electrical terrain, all electrical tactical, or this is electric tactical all terrain vehicle, that is ETATV. Next, mark the incorrect statement regarding the launch of India's heaviest military communication satellite, that is CMS-03, launched by ISRO. If we look at the option here, we have to find the incorrect statement. Option A is right, option C is right, B is wrong, which is our answer. B is saying that the CMS-03 satellite is designed for Indian Air Force, will enhance communication service across the Indian Ocean region. No, if we see about this, yes, this is a satellite that has been, basically it is a multi-band communication satellite. It will enhance the communication in the Indian Ocean region, right? And it is for Indian Navy, right? So it is not for Indian Air Force, but it is for Indian Navy. Next, identify the Earth observation satellite launched in November by European Space Agency and Ariane Space using Ariane 6 rocket from Guyana Space Center in French Guiana. So what is that Earth observation satellite? It is Copernicus Sentinel-1D. Next, who became India's 90th chess grandmaster in October after securing the final grandmaster norm at the Bijlian tournament in Bosnia and Europe, and is also the 35th grandmaster from Tamil Nadu? Who are we talking about? Ilam Parthi, Aval Pundrari, Ravi Kumar, right? He became the 35th grandmaster from Tamil Nadu and 90th chess grandmaster from India. Correct? Next, name the team that emerged as the champion of Pro Kabaddi League Season 12, defeating Puneri Paltan in the finals held at the Tyagraj Indoor Stadium in New Delhi. So identify the team here which we are talking about. So right option is Dabang Delhi KC. Next, in November, Indian tennis player Rohan Machanda Bopanna announced his retirement from professional tennis. Which of the following statement about his career is incorrect? If we see here, option A is right, B is right, C is wrong, which is our answer. He won the men's singles gold medal at the 2018 Jakarta Asian Games. Is it so? So he wins the men's double gold medal, right? Men's double event in which he won the gold medal in the 2018 Jakarta Games. He was also honored with Padma Shri in 2024. Remember this. Next, Indian women cricket team has won the first ever ICC Women's ODI World Cup 2025 title on 2nd November, defeating South Africa by 52 runs at the Dr. D.Y. Patil Sports Academy of Navi Mumbai, Maharashtra. Mark the correct statement regarding the ICC Women's ODI World Cup 2025. So if we look at the option A is right here. We have to find the correct statement, right? So option A is right and B is right. C is wrong. So option A is our answer, B is our answer. C is saying that the winner's prize money for 2025 ICC Women's ODI World Cup was $5.58 million, while the runner-up received $2.24 million. Is it so? So if we look at the prize money here, so champions claim $6.58 million, right? While the runner-up, that is South Africa, who were the winners? India were the winners, so $6.58 million. Whereas the runners, who were South Africa, they received $3.24 million. So now, see, even the slightest number change, right? The answer can vary, right? It becomes incorrect statement. So you need to pay attention to this, even the slightest data. Next, the third edition of the Asian Youth Games was held in Manama, Kingdom of Bahrain from 22nd to 31st of October. The People's Republic of China topped the medal tally standing with 63 gold medals. How many gold medals did India win at this event? So if we see here, India won a total of 13 gold medals at this event. If we talk about as a whole, India won a total of 48 medals, out of which 13 are gold, 18 are silver and 17 are bronze. Whereas People's China Republic of China, they won a total of 147 medals, 63 gold, 49 silver and 35 bronze. And they secured the first position in the medal tally, whereas India secured 6th position in the medal tally. Next, in November, the Indian origin British billionaire and chairman of Hinduja Group passed away in London. So, Gopichand Paramanand Hinduja, right, the Indian origin billionaire, British billionaire and the chairman of Hinduja Group recently passed away, born in 1940. Next, Richard Bruce Dick Cheney, the 46th Vice President of USA, passed away in November 3rd in Washington DC. Identify the term during which he served as the vice president under the president George Washington Bush. So the time period was 2001 to 2009. Next, the National Unity Day or your Rashtriya Ekta Divas is observed on the birth anniversary of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, also known as the Iron Man of India. This year it was 150th birth anniversary here. So if we look at the option here, option B is incorrect. R, A and C are right. B is saying that during the celebration, Prime Minister Narendra Modi released 150 rupees commemorative coin and a 10 rupees postage stamp in the honor of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. So no, it was a postage stamp of denomination 5 rupees, whereas the coin was of 150 rupees commemorative coin. So now option B is also right. Next, when was International Day for Biosphere Reserve observed to raise awareness about the importance, conservation and sustainable management of Biosphere Reserve? So when do we observe this day? It is observed on 3rd of November, right? And this time it was the 4th edition of it that was observed. Next, in November, which Indian state became the first to sign a letter of intent with Elon Musk's Starlink Satellite Communication Private Limited to provide satellite-based internet service across government institutions and rural communities? And which is that state we are talking about? First Indian state, it is Maharashtra. Next is in October, 3 Indian companies received the first approval to import rare earth magnets from China. Identify the currency used in China. So it is yuan that is being used in China. Correct. Next, in October, India exported the first ever air shipment of GI tagged Indi and Pulyakundi limes to UK. The Indi lime originates from which state? So the Indi lime originates from Karnataka. Right? Option 4th. Next, in October, Hurricane Melissa, a Category 5 storm, caused severe destruction across Haiti, Jamaica and Cuba, leading to widespread flooding, landslides and infrastructure damage. Name the capital city of Cuba that was impacted by the hurricane. So it is Havana that was impacted by the Hurricane Melissa. Next, the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, that is IRDAI, they imposed a penalty of 1 crore rupees on Liberty General Insurance for regulatory non-compliance. Identify the year in which IRDAI was established as India's insurance sector regulator. It is 1999. Next, name the wildfire sanctuary in Madhya Pradesh that was announced by the Chief Minister Mohan Yadav to become the 3rd habitat for cheetahs under India Project Cheetah in October 2025. It is Nodrahe Wildlife Sanctuary. Right? It is located where? It is in Madhya Pradesh. Next, students, the Maldives has become the first and the only country to introduce a generational smoking ban, a landmark policy aimed at protecting the future generations from tobacco addiction in November. What is the capital of the Maldives? It is Mali is the capital of the Maldives. Here, the ban applies to all the tobacco products including cigarettes, cigars, pipe tobacco, e-cigarettes, vaping device, and retailers there are required to verify the age of the buyers before completing any transactions. Correct? Next is which ministry has appointed Akhil Kumar as the interim managing director and chief executive officer of the Common Service Center Special Purpose Vehicle, succeeding Sanjay Kumar Rakesh in November. So which ministry is it that has appointed Anil Kumar as the interim managing director and CEO? It is MEITY, Ministry of Electronics and Information and Technology. Next, identify the institution that has been officially recognized and included in the World Book of Records for their exceptional contribution to sustainable development, cultural exchange, and intellectual collaboration in November. So, identify that institution. Which is that institution? It is India Habitat Center. Next, in November, FATF, Financial Action Task Force, they have released a report commemorating India's Enforcement Directorate as model agency for asset tracing, freezing and confiscation. In which year was the FATF established? So FATF was established in 1989. Next is in November, Rakshit Hargave was appointed as the new CEO and executive director of which company following the resignation of Ranjit Singh Kohli. So for Britannia Industries Limited, he has been appointed as the new CEO and executive director. So these are your important current affairs, students. Now let's move to the revision part that will be quite beneficial for you all. Students, do watch our daily current affairs video, weekly current affairs video, monthly current affairs video and also the topic wise. The content provided here is top notch and it will be quite beneficial for all the students preparing for the competitive exam. Now let's move to the revision part.
Is in October, Union Minister Rajnath Singh was conferred with the honorary rank of Lieutenant Colonel upon Neeraj Chopra in Voluntary Military Force of India. In which Voluntary Military Force of India? So, tell me, Union Minister Rajnath Singh conferred the honorary rank of Lieutenant Colonel to Neeraj Chopra for which voluntary force of India? It is Territorial Army. Next, who was sworn in as the transitional president of Madagascar in October after a military coup confirmed by the High Constitutional Court of Madagascar? Name that individual. Right option is Michael Randrian. Right, Colonel Randrian Rina. Right, Michael Randrian Rina. Right, was appointed here. Take a note of this. Next is in October, Gujarat state government under the Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel expanded their cabinet, including 19 new ministers and retaining the 6, bringing the total strength to 26. So 19 are new here and 6 are retained. So the total strength become 26. Who was elevated here as the Deputy Chief Minister, becoming the 5th Deputy Chief Minister of the state of Gujarat? So right option is Harsh Ramesh Kumar Sanghvi has been appointed as the Deputy Chief Minister of Gujarat. Take a note of this, students. Next is who was elected as the President of the Indian Cricket Association in October, becoming the first woman to lead the organization. So Shantha Rangaswamy was elected as the President of Indian Cricket Association. Take a note of this. Next is mention the tenure of Justice Pratibha M. Singh of Delhi High Court as the chair of the World Intellectual Property Organization Advisory Board as announced in October. If we look at the option, right option is for what is the term? It is 2025 to 2027. Right option is this. Next, who was elected as the Japan's first female Prime Minister in October? Right option is Sanai Takaichi. Correct. Take a note of this. Direct question. And she succeeded whom? She succeeded Shigeru Ishiba. Next, in October, Emirates New Development Bank acquired how much % stake in RBL Bank through a preferential issue of shares worth 26,850 crore rupees. It is 60% share here, right? And what is the amount it was acquired for? 26,850 crore rupees. Next, in October, DRDO, they successfully tested the indigenously military craft parachute system with Indian Air Force from an altitude of how much? From an altitude of 32,000 feet. The test was conducted by the test jumpers of the Indian Air Force, right? Take a note of this. Next is in October, Dr. V. Narayanan, the chairman of ISRO, announced that India's maiden human space flight mission, that is Gaganyaan, is scheduled for 2027, while ISRO aims to launch their first crewed moon mission by which year? So ISRO is planning to launch their first crewed moon mission by 2040 and Gaganyaan mission, that is the maiden human spaceflight mission, is planned by 2027. Mention the company that partnered with the ICC in August 25 to enhance fan engagement in women's cricket. So mention that company, it is Google. Also remember, Google is setting up Asia's largest AI data center, and where is it? It is in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, and it is in partnership with Adani and Airtel. Next, which country has topped the medal tally in the 16th Asian Shooting Championship held in August in Kazakhstan? So which country topped the medal tally? It is our country India that topped the medal tally here. This competition, it featured 748 athletes from 27 countries, and if we talk about our country India, we have won a total of 99 medals, out of which 50 are gold, 26 silver and 23 bronze. Next, where will the Pickleball World Cup 25 be held, in which India will participate for the very first time? So India will be participating for the first time in this Pickleball World Cup, that is scheduled to be held where? In Florida, USA. Next, who won the 35th edition of the Dutch Grand Prix held in Netherlands? So who won this 35th edition of the Dutch Grand Prix? Oscar Piastri have won this Dutch Grand Prix. Next, pick out the incorrect statement regarding the 29th edition of the Badminton World Federation World Championship held in Paris, France. If we look at the option, we have to find the incorrect statement. So A is right, C is right, B is our answer. Chen Yufei from China won the women's single title here. Is it so?
No, women's single title was won by Akane Yamaguchi. Akane Yamaguchi, right? And she is from Japan. Next is which country topped the medal tally of the 2025 Commonwealth Weightlifting Championship held in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. If we look at the option, it is our country India that has won the 30th, that is topped in the medal tally at the 30th Commonwealth Weightlifting Championship. Next, mention the name of the Indian cricketer who in September announced his retirement from international cricket, concluding an illustrious career that spanned more than 2 decades. So, who is that Indian cricketer? Amit Mishra, right? Has announced his retirement. Next is students, identify the name of the mascot of the 11th Asian Aquatics Championship unveiled by Union Minister Mansukh Mandaviya in New Delhi. So, identify the name of that mascot. The mascot's name is Jalvi, right? It is for the 11th Asian Aquatic Championship. Name the fighter jet that was unveiled by Union Minister for Defence Rajnath Singh on 17th of October at Hindustan Aeronautics Limited facility, that is in Nasik facility. So, which is that fighter jet we are talking about? It is Tejas Mark 1A fighter jet. Next, identify the country that represented by Olympic champion Ariana Titmus, who announced her retirement from competitive swimming. So, name that country, identify that country we are talking about. It is Australia. She is from Australia. Next, in October, Union Minister of Home Affairs, that is Amit Shah, he recently announced that Commonwealth Association has approved India's bid to host the sanitary edition of 2030 Commonwealth Games. In which Indian city will the event will be hosted? That means now India will be hosting the 2030 Commonwealth Games that will be in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, right? That means the Commonwealth Association, they have approved India's bid that we can now host this event in India, and that too in India, where it will be hosted in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Important students, take a note of this. Next, also we have bid for the 2036 Olympic Games also. Let's see how that plays out. Next, identify the international multi-sport event where Indian Olympic gold medalist Abhinav Bindra was appointed as the torch bearer in October month. So, identify that international multi-sport event. It is Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics. Next, name the country that secured the first ever FIFA Under-20 World Cup title after defeating Argentina by 2-0 in the final match held in Santiago, Chile. So, name that country that secured the first ever FIFA World Cup title. It is Under-20 FIFA World Cup title. It is Morocco. Next is Tomichi Murayama, right, known for his 1995 World War II apology to the Asian victims who passed away on 17th of October, was the former Prime Minister of which country? Was the former Prime Minister of Japan. Also remember, he served as the Japan's 81st Prime Minister, and it was from 1994 to 1996. Next is Chen Ning Yang, the Chinese-American physicist and Nobel laureate who passed away in October, won the 1957 Nobel Prize in Physics for discovering what? So, it was for discovering parity violation in weak nuclear interaction. And remember the name, remember the year in which he won the Nobel Prize in Physics and the reason for which he won. Next is Dr. Eknath Vasant Chintis, a pioneering Indian space scientist and key architect of India's early space program, passed away in October, in which year he was honored with the Padma Bhushan Award for his contribution in science and technology. So, Dr. Eknath Vasant Chintis, right, a pioneering Indian space scientist and key architect of India's early space program, passed away in October. In which year he was honored with Padma Bhushan? He was honored with Padma Bhushan in 1985. Right option is option 3. Next is, when is International Snow Leopard Day, also known as the World Snow Leopard Day, observed globally to raise awareness about the conservation of snow leopard, that is Panthera uncia. So it is on 23rd of October. Right, first time observed in 2014. Next, in October, which country gifted Prussian blue capsules to Indonesia to help treat contamination caused by the radioactive isotope cesium-137? So, which country gifted the Prussian blue capsules to Indonesia? It was gifted by our country, India, right? And it was a very good gesture. Next is, which fintech company unveiled India's first unified corporate card ecosystem for businesses on October? It is Encash. Correct. Next
NMDC, National Mineral Development Corporation Steel Limited. It became India's first company to receive the BIS certification for hot rolled steel used in the pipeline transportation in October. Question is, in the abbreviation BIS, what does the letter B stands for? It is Bureau. Bureau, BIS, that is your Bureau of Indian Standards, right? So I for India, Indian, and S for standards. Correct? And this certification will ensure the NDMC steel's product meet the highest national quality and safety standards. Mention the company that introduced India's first fully electric two-seater light sport aircraft for flight training and personal aviation on 16th of October 2025. So it is which company? It is Pulinam Aerospace Technologies. And the first prototype, it is expected to be launched in within 12 to 18 months. Next, where did the 11th India International Science Festival held from December 6th to 9th as announced by Union Minister for Earth Science Dr. Jitendra Singh? If we look at the option, it is Punjab University of Chandigarh. Then next is United Nations recognized the Slovenian town of Bled as the best tourism village. What is the official currency used in Slovenia? So here the currency that is used is Euro. Next, the Election Commission of India enabled the C-Vigil mobile application on the Election Commission internet platform in October to report model code of conduct violations. Identify the established year of ECI. Direct question. So ECI was established in 1950. Here you need to remember that ECI has enabled the C-Vigil mobile application on the Election Commission internet, that is ECINET. So this was enabled by whom? Election Commission of India. Next, in October, ISRO, they have announced to launch 6.5 ton Bluebird 6 satellite for the advanced communication and scientific research. Who currently serves as the chairman of ISRO? So who is the chairman? V. Narayanan. But you need to remember here that ISRO, they have announced the launch of 6.5 ton weight. This is the weight of this satellite, that is Bluebird. Name is Bluebird 6 satellite. Next, India's gold reserves crossed 880 metric tons by September, marking a historic milestone in RBI reserve management strategy. Question is, name the current governor of RBI who oversees this achievement. So who is the governor? Sanjay Malhotra. And the last question for the day is, students, the Bima Sugam platform, dubbed as India's UPI for insurance, are expected to go live by December. That aims to unify the insurance services under a single digital platform. Question is, what does the UPI in full form of UPI? Chalo, right? So what we are focusing on, the Bima Sugam platform, it is basically UPI for insurance. What is the full form of UPI? Unified Payment Interface. So right option is here is unified. U stands for unify, I for interface, P for payment. So UPI.
Next is identify the incorrect statement regarding the 78th session of the World Health Organization Regional Committee for Southeast Asia that was held in Colombo, Sri Lanka. If we look at the option B is right, C is right, A is wrong. A is saying that the session was chaired by Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus, the Director General of WHO. Is it so? No. This session was chaired by whom? This is the question that I want you to remember. This was held, or this session was chaired under the chairmanship of Nalinda Jaya Tissa, right? And this is the Sri Lanka's health minister. Right? So Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus he was not the chair of this session. Now option A is right. Next is name the country that along with India established a 20-member inter-parliamentary friendship group in October to enhance parliamentary cooperation and bilateral relations. So which is it? It is Panama. Take a note of it. Next, identify the UN organization that released a report that is high risk forest, high value returns, a co-benefit assessment for the decision makers in October that highlights 391 million hectares of tropical forest are at a high risk of deforestation. So identify that UN organization that has released this report. It is UNEP, that is United Nations Environment Program. Next, how long will India's Hitesh Kumar S. Makwana elected to serve as the co-chair of the United Nations Global Geospatial Information Management for Asia and the Pacific, along with Woo Suk Chu from Republic of Korea in October. So, how long will India's Hitesh Kumar elected to serve the co-chair here? So, it is for the term 2025 to 2028. Next, according to the Mercer Charter Financial Analyst Institute Global Pension Index, mention the country which is not among the top 5 in the pension index. It is Philippines. Right? It is not among the top 5. Netherlands first, then Iceland second, then Denmark it is third, Singapore it is fourth, Israel is fifth. Next, according to the World Directory of Modern Military Aircraft rankings, which of the following is not among the world's top 5 most powerful forces? It is China's People's Liberation Army Force. Right? Take a note of this. Who is on the top? United States Air Force, then United States Navy, then Russian Air Force, then United States Army, then United States Marine Corps, and on 6th position is Indian Air Force. Next, mark the correct statement regarding the key findings of the Global Forest Resource Assessment 25 released by Food and Agriculture Organization in October month. Which of the following is the correct statement it is asked? So A is right, B is right, C is wrong. C is saying that in terms of the global forest gain, Russia ranks first, followed by India and China. Is it so? So first remember, Russian Federation is on top, then Brazil is on second, then Canada on third, then USA fourth, then it is fifth China, and on 6th position is our India. Next, choose the financial center that is not among the top 5 in the 38th Global Financial Center Index released in October by China Development Institute and ZN Partners. So choose the financial center, right, that is not among the top 5. So Mumbai, India is not among the top 5 here. New York, USA on top, then London on second, Hong Kong on third, Singapore on fourth, then San Francisco on 5th, and GIFT City, right, of India is on 6th position. Take a note of this, students. And then it is Mumbai, and then it is New Delhi. Next is, what is the total value of the sovereign exposure exchange agreement signed between the Asian Development Bank and World Bank in October to boost the lending for the developing nations? So it is $3 billion. Total value of the sovereign exposure exchange agreement is $3 billion. This EEA, that is exposure exchange agreement, right, it is acts as a risk management tool, and it enables the multilateral development banks to lower the portfolio concentration by risk by swapping exposure from countries with large sovereign loans. And this is Asian Development Bank's first EEA with World Bank and 6th EEA with other multilateral development banks. Next is, who headed the SEBI constituted working group that proposed increasing transaction fees for clearing corporations such as NSE Clearing Limited in October 2025. So who headed this SEBI constituted working group? It was headed by R.S. Gandhi. It was headed by whom? It was headed by R.S. Gandhi. This move, it will bolster the financial independence of these corporations and strengthen the balance sheet. Here the fee structure, if we see, currently NSE, they are receiving nearly 5 to 6% of the fees that NSE collects from the members. A revision of the charge for the clearing corporation is expected to increase the share to 25% or even a little higher. Next is, who was honored with the BRICS International Award 2025 for the contribution to spiritual education, cultural development, and maritime innovation at an event hosted by State Duma of Russian Federation in Moscow in October 2025. So who was honored here with BRICS International Award? This is the direct question that can be asked, and this is an important question. So Abusyopan Kharkarov was honored here. He is the former Deputy Prime Minister of the Republic of Dagestan, who was honored with the BRICS International Award. This is for his contribution to spiritual education, cultural development, and maritime innovation. Next, who won the 2025 British Academy Book Prize in October for his book titled The Burning Earth, an Environmental History of the Last 500 Years. So who won the 2025 British Academy Book Prize? It was won by Sunil Amrit. Right, Indian origin historian Sumrit Amrit has won the 2025 British Academy Book Prize for the book that is The Burning Earth, an Environmental History of the Last 500 Years. Mention the country that has won the 12th edition of the Men's Hockey Asia Cup title by defeating South Korea by 4-1 in the final in Rajgir Sports Complex in Bihar. So mention that country. It is our India.
Correct, take a note of this. And this marks India's 4th Asia Cup title and qualified for the 2026 International Hockey Federation's Men's Hockey World Cup. Who will be hosting this Men's Hockey World Cup? It will be co-hosted by Netherlands and Belgium. Next, who won the F1 Italian Grand Prix held at Autodromo Nazionale Monza in Monza, Italy? So who won the F1 Grand Prix here? Italian Grand Prix. This Italian F1 Grand Prix was won by Max Verstappen. Next, the 28th International Table Tennis Federation, Asian Table Tennis Union, right, championship will be held at which place in October as announced by Table Tennis Federation India? It is scheduled to be held in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Moving on, India will host the first ever dash in Chennai, Tamil Nadu as announced by the Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister in September. So India will host the first ever what? Will host the first ever 5150 triathlon. Right? It will be held in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and Tamil Nadu state government has approved 3 crore rupees for this event, making India the 3rd Asian nation and the 6th nation worldwide to host this elite triathlon format. Next, which country has won the 2nd edition of the Central Asian Football Association Nations Cup, the biennial men's football championship of Central Asia, held from 29th of August to 8th of September. So, which country has won the 2nd edition here? It is Uzbekistan that has won it. And Uzbekistan defeated Iran in the finals by 1-0. Next, identify the sports academy that earned a prestigious affiliation with the Asian Hockey Federation with the support of International Hockey Federation. It is Rajgir Sports Academy. Next, mention the country that topped the medal tally at the 2025 World Boxing Championship held in Liverpool, England. If we look at the options here, which is that country we are talking about? It is Kazakhstan that we are talking about. Right? Next is which country defeated India in the final to win the 11th Women's Hockey Asia Cup held in Guangzhou, China in September. So which country defeated here? So it is which country defeated India here? So right option is India defeated, or mention that country who defeated India here. It is China that defeated India in the finals here. Next, in September, who became the first Indian high jumper to qualify for the men's high jump final at the 20th edition of the World Athletics Championship held in Tokyo, Japan? So, who became the first Indian? Sarvesh Kushare. Sarvesh Kushare became the first Indian here. Take a note of this. Next, which country was officially named as the new jersey sponsor of the Indian cricket team until 2027 in September 2025? So, it is Apollo Tyres. They became the new jersey sponsor for the Indian men's cricket team. Next, which team defeated the South Zone to win the 62nd edition of the Duleep Trophy in the final held at the BCCI Centre of Excellence in Bengaluru, Karnataka? It is Central Zone. Next, in September, Samuel Umtiti officially announced his retirement from professional football at the age of 31. He hails from which country? He hails from France. He hails from France. Next is who became the first woman from Bihar to be awarded the Women Fight Master title in September after achieving 2100 fight rating points. So right option is Mariam Fatima. Next, identify the following country. Which of the following countries did not come in top of the medal tally of the 20th edition of the World Athletics Championship held in Tokyo, Japan? So not in the top in the medal tally. Here Israel is not among the top in the medal tally. It is USA, then Kenya, then Canada, then Netherlands, then Botswana. Next, Max Verstappen represents Red Bull company, right, and has won the 8th edition of the F1 Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Next, the 8th edition of the Lever Cup won by the Team World over Team Europe. Where was the event held? Lever Cup is basically a tennis event where Team World participates with, or Team World is against the Team Europe. And recently, this 8th edition was won by Team World. Question asked is, where was this event held? This was held where? It was held in San Francisco, USA.